From Carlos Osuida. First, an article from Fox News. Black Lives Matter plans armed peace officers in war on police. The fun keeps getting on funner. Black Lives Matter will safeguard black communities with armed patrols. What'll happen is that the cops will stop patrolling and the armed peace officers will get into gang wars. Black Lives Matter say that they're basing this on the Black Panthers and the Nation of Islam. This is the recipe for the coming bloodbath that I was talking about. The Black Panthers began armed peace patrols in 1966. By 1967, the Panthers were ambushing and killing police. The same thing will happen again. Another inevitable aspect is armed conflict within the movement, which is what happened with the Panthers. Malcolm X supported the creation of armed black peace patrols. He was assassinated by the members of the Nation of Islam. The difference between the late 1960s and today is that governors and the federal government were not terrified of being called racist. There was massive pushback against the Panthers and the Nation of Islam. I don't see that happening today. For one thing, there isn't a cop in the country who will risk his or her life to stop the absolute madness of leftist political leaders. My guess is the FBI will wait until open warfare has broken out. The open warfare phase will happen very quickly, since so many leftist cities already are shooting galleries for black people. Throw maniacal political nutcases into the mix and watch the bullets fly. The riots are about people having their voices heard. They want to abolish police forces. I think the cops should stop policing areas where the people don't want them. Let the people live under the armed Black Lives Matter and Nation of Islam. When the gangs move in, let everybody shoot it out. The only thing that matters is police brutality, right? Well, eliminate police brutality by letting history repeat itself as rotten farce. Everything we're seeing is being done in bad faith. Therefore, a good faith response is not required. I'm a firm believer in giving people what they want. This isn't my fight. It's not the fight of any sane person. The mayhem is totally confined to leftist areas. If these Black Lives Matter and Nation of Islam patrols materialize, all the violence will gravitate to those areas. What Black Lives Matter and Nation of Islam are doing is injecting a level of conflict into a situation where there was none before. There's no epidemic of police brutality. Black Lives Matter itself was founded on a lie. Actually, Black Lives Matter itself is a lie. For Black Lives Matter, black lives don't matter. Only certain black deaths matter. In short order, the armed Black Lives Matter and Nation of Islam patrols will become gangs that kill black people, including each other. Another casualty of the bad faith riots is black safety. But again, this isn't my fight. My guess is that Black Lives Matter and Nation of Islam will prevent the rebuilding of destroyed black businesses the way Danny Bakewell forced Rebuild LA to give up. The argument will be the same, that they don't need help from Trump the racist. But instead of giving up, Trump will outsmart them. He'll probably create financial incentives for black business owners to move to red states. The governors of red states will help. Blue states will continue to rot, which is what they want. At some point, reality must always intrude. We've seen this story before. We already know the ending. One of my brothers and his wife live in Minneapolis. Radical leftists. It's cost them everything, but they won't give up on it. Trump will rescue people from the leftist death spiral, but the ones who want to commit suicide will be allowed to do so. This is political Darwinism. It's long overdue.